How are you going out there today? We got 3 stocks to buy. January 2024. Yes, the year has begun. Christmas is over. The new year is just about here. How do we make sweet money in 2024? So this is how I've done the stocks. The first stock is about a money-making machine. Bang, bang, bang. You invest in the stock for 10 years time, you should be able to get decent returns because the stock is a absolute money machine. The second one is the biggest riskiest stock. It can absolutely be a zero play for you, or it could absolutely fly to the moon. And the third stock is the value play. It's been hit hard this year, but is about to turn around, or has been turning around. So these are the stocks you can look at and think, maybe this is where I need to invest looking forward into the future. Let's get to it. 3 stocks to buy, January edition. Welcome back to Barry Charles. I hope you're having a great day out there. Let's have a look at my number 1 stock. The first stock on this list is Texas Pacific Land. And yes, I got a more in-depth one on this one. I did only a few days ago, so check that one out if you want to get more understanding of Texas Pacific Land. But this is just going to be a short summary of why I'm looking at investing into the stock in 2024. People are saying, what, you're not invested? Well, this is for you. This is absolutely for you. These are stocks that are in range to be absolute bargains. Absolutely. And who knows, let's have a look at Texas Raiders. Well, the Texas Pacific Land. Main reason, Texas Pacific Land, absolutely outstanding revenue growth, net profits. I mean, this is just between the revenue of 667 million, the bottom line is 446 million. Wowza. Absolute wowza. This is a cash flowing machine. Free cash flow at the biggest it's been, 431 million. It's very, very much more than double 2021. No long-term debt, return on invested capital over 100% fixed. Why when you want to buy in the stock? The only issue that everyone's having, do you have enough money to invest into the stock? Because it's, depending on time of recording, it could be a $2,000 stock, $1,500 stock, wherever it is, it's a lot of money to be putting into one stock. And to even just get 10, you need over 10k to get into it, 20k, depending on how much the stock is at the time. But I think this is a stock, if you buy it at the right time, you'll get a decent 2x, 3x on the stock and over a 10-year period. Absolute beast mode. There could be a little bit of worry that the next year or two could be a struggle for this company. If it is, it's going to be brilliant to continue to buy the stock. But it could just be nothing. It doesn't matter. They're just buying more places at discount rates to then re-release out there, which is what happens with the bigger companies. So absolutely, there is a lot of positives here with Texas Pacific Land, which has 2 business segments, which they have the land and resource management, and then the water service and operation. So basically, they buy these things and then they lease them out. So like water services, owning all these different water services that they provide money and they get revenue from it. That's what it's about, revenue and land and resources, like commercial land. They rent it out to Walmart, people like that, and wells, that money just keeps coming in. Resources like minerals and coal and all that, and they just give it out to a company and they just get a percentage of the return all the time. That's why the stock is a money-making machine, and something you should do research on and see if it's the stock for you. Not financial advice, but very much a very good play on cash flow machine, and you get a sweet little dividend, not much. But they've grown it over year after year after year. They're going to be a dividend king soon. So obviously this could be a stock you could hold for the rest of your life. And you should see a brilliant return on capital over time. Rivian. What's happening here? That's my number 2 stock here. Rivian. The electric vehicles have not really taken over yet, but they're on their way there. Why is Rivian just not gone to the next level? Well, the free cash flow is something that's really not there. You've got negative net profit. not enough deliveries on vehicles. Tesla is just winning the race and they're cutting price all the time. And with Rivian not had profitability, as yet they really are struggling to get on the ladder. They got a big short interest, so there's big chances this company's going to go down. I mean, when you're looking at minus 6.7 billion, it's not looking good in their profit state. You're minus 1.6 billion in free cash flow. Long-term debt 2.7, negative return on invested capital over 100%. Whoo! We got to go deep dive and hope for a miracle with the stock. But if the stock does crash and burn, it does crash, really does crash, and you get some insane $10 less than that, the stock is definitely worth a risk reward. But at the moment, you could argue 60% is going to go to zero. But they're one of the big players outside of Tesla, so there's a possibility they will be okay. But there's a big chance they could be bankruptcy. So do you want to take that risk? It's not the stock for you if you don't like risky stocks, let's put it that way. But if you want to take a punt and think that EVs will be the future and Rivian will be number 2, let's not get it twisted. Tesla is going to be number 1, but Rivian could be number 2 in that space all around the world. Then they will take a lot of profits out of this company. So that's what you got to do. You got to do more research, understand the company more, Rivian, in the electric vehicle space, if they can get themselves to profitability. Because if they get all that, then they will really fly. But yes, you don't want to overpay for a stock like this. So continue to wait for the right time. So this is just a stock you just need to continue to do more research on. But Rivian's definitely a stock that could be an absolute multi-bagger for you. That's the risk you got to take. It could be a multi-bagger or go to zero. So $20 stock right now goes up to $100. Beautiful. It could go to $200. Or it could go to zero. So that's the question mark you got to decide for yourselves and do more research to understand. Now, with third stock, Estée Lauder. Yes, what has happened to this company? It's crashed and burned. The stock is really, well, it hasn't really crashed and burned. It's been absolutely 40% roughly for the 40% down. What's the story? The recovery is happening. What's happening? Do you buy? Yeah, I think so. Not financial advice, but net profit and everything has been down. Free cash flow hasn't been the greatest, but can they turn it around? And the answer is yes. You should see a good rally going into the next quarter with people buying their products. There could possibly be a downtrend still with Estée Lauder, with a recession possibly around the corner. This is a stock that maybe you should look at continuing to just buy for the year and just let that sweep. But don't get this one twisted. It's not a multi-bagger. It already pays you a dividend, so it's not going to be anything that's really going to be a big growth story. There's nothing like that with the stock. But if you want a nice solid stock, then that should be good for you over the long term. It should be pretty good. They're probably got to pay down some of their long-term debt and get their free cash flow back in order. But definitely Estée Lauder is a stock that maybe you should look into to see if it's a stock for you. In terms of Estée Lauder, I see the growth continuing, but it's not going to be a multi-bagger, but a nice solid stock. If you want a nice comfortable stock over time, this should be a nice stock for you to just keep getting money and just get that little bit of dividend to help improve. But it's not going to be an absolute game changer. Don't get it wrong. This is more a value play. Try to double your money. That's what this channel is all about. And if you can find the multi-baggers on the way as well, that's good luck to you. But you take that as a risk because you can understand that stock could go to zero. It's the question mark you got to have on some stocks. And people took the punt on Tesla when they was going bad to worse. And it absolutely turned around. So if you find those stocks, but don't forget there's other stocks that are crash and burn the other way as well. Look at Tattooed Chef and so many other stocks. So anything can happen. But anyway, thanks so much for joining me here at Barry Charles. That was 3 stocks to buy in January 2024. Hopefully you got a bit out of this video. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel and share it with all your friends. Have a great day out there.